Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Should I Read It. Today I'll be doing my most anticipated reads for January, February, and March of 2021. I can't believe it's already 2021. I feel like my list so far, it was really hard to narrow down, especially for January. There were a lot of books coming out that I was super psyched for, but I had to narrow it down because I feel like I would just go all over the place. And then February and March, I have less books, but I have really big books that I am really psyched for. So anyway, let's get right on with January. Also, I'm filming in my car if you can't tell, and I think this will be the last time I film my car because the lighting is honestly just so hard to gauge in terms of like when I can film. And I've been filming at like different times, but I feel like every single time the lighting is just like wonky as heck, and it's just like, I don't know, like we're just gonna make do because I already committed myself to filming my car, so we're just gonna continue with this video. Anyways, the first book that I'm really excited for that's coming out in January is Lore by Alexandra Bracken. This one comes out on January 5th. So this one is about Greek mythology. It follows like this curse where every 7 years 9 of these Greek gods must become mortal, and they are basically hunted down by the descendants of their ancient bloodline. And these people who hunt them down want to hunt them down because they will gain immortality as well as their power. And so this book follows a girl called Lore who ends up teaming up with this old friend of hers who she thought was dead since a very long time ago, as well as Athena, who is one of the original gods. However, as the book continues, she realizes that this partnership with them might actually end up proving itself to be deadly. I am most excited for this one because I love Greek mythology, and since I love the Greek gods and goddesses, I was like, I am here for this. So yeah, I'm really excited for this one. The next one that I am really excited for is The Wife Upstairs by Rachel Hawkins. This one also comes out on January 5th, and this is basically a southern as well as a thriller, which is very unique, a retelling of Jane Eyre. I have never thought I would see a thriller retelling of anything, to be honest. I feel like most of the times it's like, you know, just a contemporary retelling of something, or like a fantasy retelling or inspired by, but to have a thriller one, I'm like so pumped for that. And yeah, I am excited to see how this will play out. The next book that I'm excited for is one that I am like so pumped for. I believe this is the final book in the whole trilogy, and that is A Vow So Bold and Deadly by Bridget Kemmerer. This one comes out on January 12th, and this basically is, like I said already, the final book in the trilogy, and it follows between Ren and Grey and kind of like what happens ultimately. I need to find out what happens next. The second book just ended on such a huge cliffhanger. There's just so much to the story that I need to know what happens, so I am so pumped for this one. The next book that I'm really excited for is Into the Heartless Wood by Joanna Ruth Mayer. This one comes out on January 12th. I actually do have a copy of this one, but I forgot it, so a very lovely photo here. This one basically follows a tree siren, so it's not like your regular mermaid type of siren, but apparently it's a tree version, and her love for a boy. So it's a romantic fantasy kind of book, and I'm just really intrigued by this because of the whole tree siren concept. I've never heard of it. Never thought I would see a day when there's a book about it, so I am very intrigued. Okay, then the next one that I'm super interested in is one that I never thought I would see a sequel to, and that is Winterkeep by Kristen Cashore. I think that's how you pronounce her last name. And this one comes out on January 19th. This is a sequel to the Gracing series. It's the 4th book in the whole series, and this series was just so dear to me when it came out. I don't even know, like when I was in high school, which is a very, very long time ago, and I thought the series ended. But no, there's a new book now, and it takes place a few years after Bitter Blue, which is the 3rd book in the series, and that's kind of all I know. I mean, this was my favorite series growing up, so of course, as soon as I saw that there was going to be a sequel to it, I was like, I need to read this book, and I don't care what's it about, like I need to read it. Then the last and final book that I'm excited for that's coming out in January is Cast in Firelight by Dana Swift. This one comes out on January 19th. So this follows 2 royal heirs who are betrothed, and one is a witch who wants to prove herself to her people, and the other is a wizard who is just anxious to return home. The 2 of them are supposed to meet, I guess, because they're betrothed, and they're finally meeting for the first time in a very long time, and something happens where the criminal underbelly decides to take this chance and seize control. So now both of them have donned on these secret identities, and their paths essentially meet, but the thing is, they don't recognize each other. It's been a long time since they meet each other, and of course, like, things happen, they don't know who each other are, and of course there'll be some sort of romance involved in here. But I don't know, this concept just seems really thrilling to me, so I'm really intrigued by it. Okay, so that's it in terms of my January books. Moving on to my February books. So February, I only have 1, 2, 3 books I'm really excited for. 2 of them I am like so excited for, and the one I'm excited for as well, but like the two, like, you will know why I'm excited for those two. The first one that I'm excited for is The Four Winds by Kristen Hanna. This one comes out on February 2nd. I don't know what this book is about. I don't care what this book is about. This is by Kristen Hanna. She is literally my favorite author of all time. Must buy, must read, 100%. So I saw a book by her, I need to pick it up. Like, that's all I need to say. Then the next book that's coming out in February that I'm so excited for is A Court of Silver Flames by Sarah J Maas. This one comes out on February 16th. So this is the 4th book in the series, and even though this is technically the 4th book, it follows completely separate characters. It follows Nesta and Cassian. They were side characters in the original trilogy, so this is like a continuation trilogy but follows like separate characters. I am excited for it. I loved Cassian. I fell in love with him in the original trilogy. Nesta took some getting used to, but I really liked their relationship and their banter. So I'm definitely intrigued to find out what happened to the two of them and kind of like follow their romance and the relationship as well. Then the 3rd book that I'm excited for in February is The Echo Wife by Sarah Gailey. This one comes out on February 16th. This one is very unique because it basically follows a woman who decided to clone herself. I think she is like the head person of some sort of like technology research company or something like that. So she decides to clone herself, and the clone is actually having an affair with this woman's wife. I mean, how crazy is that? You clone yourself and your clone is like sleeping with your husband there. But now that their husband is dead, or her husband is dead, there is cleaning up to do, and I guess the woman is not afraid to get her hands dirty. This book just sounds like it'd be so wonky, but the concept is kind of intriguing to me, so I don't know, we'll see how that one goes. Okay, moving on to March. So March, I only have one book that I'm super psyched for, but then I have 2 honorable mentions because, well, I guess you'll find out why, and both of them are the same reasons actually. But the one that I'm excited for that's coming out in March is Bridge of Souls by Victoria Schwab. This one is out on March 2nd, and this one is the 3rd book in the Cassidy Blake series. I really enjoyed the first 2 books. It's a middle grade kind of paranormal book where it follows a young girl called Cassidy Blake, and she's basically touring like different haunted cities in the world because her parents are actually ghost hunters for a TV show. So as her parents take her along to different cities, each book takes place in different cities, and she kind of like encounters different ghosts because she can also see ghosts. So it's kind of interesting because her parents don't see ghosts, but they're ghost hunters, whereas her kid actually sees ghosts and she's just being tagged along. So I really enjoyed the first 2 books. I definitely can't wait to see what will happen next with this one. And yeah, it's like a really cute, I wouldn't say it's like, well, maybe not cute because it's like a paranormal and there's some like scary elements to it, but it is really like heartwarming and like a cozy read to read. So I definitely enjoyed it. I definitely can't wait to see where this 3rd book takes me. Then the 2 honorable mention is Chain of Iron by Cassandra Clare. This one comes out on March 2nd. This is the sequel to Chain of Gold, and the reason why this is an honorable mention is because I have not read Chain of Gold yet. If you have watched my December TBR video, I am actually going to finally pick up the Dark Artifices series, which has been out for a very long time now. So once I finish that, I can actually pick up Chain of Gold, and once I finish that, then I can actually read this one. So I have a lot of books that I need to read before I can get to this one. But either way though, I'm super excited for this one because I cannot not see myself not loving a Shadowhunter series, like Shadowhunter book. I just love the world, I love the character so much that yeah, I just can't see myself not loving it. Then the last book that I want to talk about in this video is also an honorable mention, and that is Rule of Wolves by Leigh Bardugo. This one comes out on March 30th. This is an honorable mention because I have not read King of Scars. So because I have not read that book, like, I don't know if I'll love it, but the thing is, at the same time, I can't not see myself not loving this book. I know, like, my grammar's all over the place, but I love Six of Crows. I love the whole Grishaverse series, the whole universe. That I just cannot see myself loving it. So I'm excited for it, even though I haven't read the first book in the series, but I definitely want to read the book soon. So anyways, that is it in terms of this very quick most anticipated releases of January, February, March. I feel like February, March just didn't have as many books as I would like to talk about. There were just some books that were like, I feel like there were a lot of books that I've heard of and I was like intrigued by, but I wasn't like, these are like my top. I feel like everything I said here are ones I will definitely purchase at some point, whereas the other books I'm like, I would like to pick up, but like I don't know if I want to put money to it. But anyways, that is it in terms of the video. Let me know down below which books are you most excited for that's coming out in January, February, and March, or any of the books that I mentioned on here on your must read, must buy as well. But as always, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe down below, and follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.